My poison parade is going to continue on today with mono green with Fynn the Fangbearer. Now, he's been around for a while and is a very popular commander, but he does not do the best at finishing games because most of the death touch creatures in the game that are available to us are like 2/2s for 3 or 1/2s for 2, and they just aren't that impressive, especially if you end up going into a late game. But now we have access to the toxic creatures that came in Phyrexia LB1 to give us an additional source of poison counters along with a bunch more proliferate spells to get those poison counters pumping. So the deck is actually a lot more consistent now. So let's get into the deck tech. Now, I'm not kidding when I say I actually named this deck before I did the recordings of the games, and I would not change the deck name because this actually played out so well that this is actually probably my favorite of the poison decks that I've done so far, because it's just so dang quick sometimes. So let's take a look. For those who don't know what this guy actually does, Fynn the Fangbearer, for 1 and a green, you get a 1/3 human warrior with Death Touch. And it says, whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage, that player gets 2 poison counters. So they'd already started to reintroduce poison into the game, a couple of years back when Kaldheim was introduced. So now we're kind of pushing this even harder with the toxic stuff. So let's take a look at what I got here. Usually I start with our protection column, and that's what we're going to do here. Snakeskin Veil, Tameo Safekeeping, and that's not supposed to be here. That's supposed to be way over here. Heroic Intervention, Mirror Shield, Swiftfoot Boots, Tyvar Stand, just ways of giving Hexproof, Indestructible, just ways to keep Fynn alive. That's basically the biggest goal, is keep him on the board for as long as you can so that you can keep hitting your opponents with him or other death touch creatures to poison them out in rapid fire. So then we have our removal spells. Now, with the death touchers, a lot of these bite spells are removal, like they basically act like a Doom Blade. So we have things like Bite Down, creature deals damage. We have Infectious Bite, deals damage. We have Ram Through, same thing. You target one of your death touchers and go poke. Oh, it died because it had death touch. We also have Outmuscle in here. If you spend 3 mana on the green part, in green it becomes indestructible. We're playing mono green, so that's really easy. We also have just basic fight stuff like Rabid Bite. We also have Inscription of Abundance. These things are just your basic fight spells, and if you have ways of getting your creatures big enough to withstand that, or sometimes you just need to let one of them go and just be like, okay, you're going to fight, kill that, and then other stuff's going to get through. You also have Canker Bloom, which you can get rid of artifacts and enchantments with, or it can proliferate for us. We have Poison the Blade, which can grant Death Touch to a non-Death Touch creature, and that actually stacks up with our toxic creatures. So if one of your toxic creatures gets through and you hit this with Poison the Blade, you give them the thing, and then they're going to get 2 more counters off of Fynn as long as he's around. And then we're going to move on. Oh, and we have Kenra's Transformation. I almost forgot about that. This is just a good way to shut off somebody's commander. They're doing stuff with a big dumb creature. You can just shut it down with this, and they have to either block with it or it's just a good card, and it gets you a card. And then we have our mana fixing / ramp, Mystic, Elvish Mystic, Llanowar Elves. I have Armored Scrap Gorgers from the new set in here because it also doubles up as Graveyard Hate. Explore to give us extra land play. Paradise Druids because it's harder to kill. And then we also have a Mirror Convert because it has Toxic and can give us, mana of any color if we need it for anything. But mostly it's here to be a toxic creature that taps for mana. And then we have my card draw / card advantage type selection column. I don't know what you want to call it because not everything here is card draw. So we have Fauna Shaman. This is not card draw, but it does give us access to other things. So if you need a poison creature, or say you want to get the Vorinclex that's down in the bottom of this deck, which I'll show in a little while, you can discard one of your little creatures that aren't going to do you any good anymore and go get them. Fight Rigging digs us a little bit deeper, puts a hideaway, and then you can start making your stuff bigger. Guardian Project draws us cards as long as you don't control something of the same name. Well, this is Singleton, so this always draws you a card. Toski, Bearer of Secrets, is when our stuff comes through, drawing cards. Well, if they don't block and they take the poison, well, you're also getting cards off of them. And then Beast Whisperer, every time you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Pretty straightforward. And then this is the Death Touch stuff. Now, funny enough here is that we don't have as many Death Touchers as we do Toxic creatures in this deck. And that's, again, because most Death Touch creatures that are in green suck. So we're kind of working with what we got available to us to kind of bulk this out. So we have, Fangus Shigeki, Moss Viper, Tajaru Blight Blade. They're the stuff that we were working with before the toxic creatures came out. Toxic Scorpions here, it just basically makes it so you can grant Death Touch to another creature, and it is a Death Toucher itself, so it kind of helps synergize the deck a little bit. Atrax's Skitterfang from the new set is in here because it grants Death Touch, but it can also grant Flying when we need it to kind of jump up over if they get enough blockers in a way to get our Death Touchers through and keep the poison flowing. Good lord, got that tongue-tied. Questing Beast, basically the best Death Touch creature in the game right now. Seraph the Viper's Fang. This gives tapped creatures Death Touch, which this is really fun because then all of your toxic creatures that are swinging gain Death Touch, and if Fynn is not removed, they're going to get a lot of poison. And then we also have Wormcoil Engine, a Death Touch lifelinker that splits into a Death Toucher and a lifelinker if it should die. So, those are some good stuff. And then we have the poison stuff. And you guys have seen this stuff in the decks. Venerated Rot Priest. I added Prosthetic Injector here because then you can put this on a Death Toucher, which then gives it Toxic to go with the Death Touch trigger. We got Branch Blight Stalker, my favorite tongue twister there. Dune Mover, Bloated Contaminator, Ichorspit Basilisk, Viral Spawning, Plague Nurse, Venomous Brutalizer, Noxious. I actually included Noxious Assault in this deck because it pumps our creatures until end of turn, and it makes it so either they block the creature and they probably lose it anyways because of the Death Touch stuff going on, and then they still get the poison counters anyways, or they let it go through and they take 2 poison counters. So it's kind of like a choice of damnations. And then we also have Tyraniax Atrocity, and I put Paladin of Predation in here just because it's a mono green deck, and we already have a big dumb stuff, and we're ramping, so we'll go ahead and put him in here too. And then we have the Proliferation column. This is the one that got mixed into the wrong column earlier. This is Thirsting Roots. You can go dig for land if you need to, but it also just, pay a green, proliferate poison counters. Pollen Bright Druid, same thing. Proliferate is the thing we want here. Smell Fear, Proliferate, and then it has a fight effect attached to it. Unnatural Restoration has Proliferate on it. Same thing with the Spore Singer. That's why it's included here. Since we don't have access to the blue and the black and the white stuff that all say Proliferate on them, we have to include things like the Spore Singer. Carnivorous Canopy. Don't sneeze at this being a main deck thing. It's there as a removal spell, but it also, the big thing here is to proliferate. There's actually a game in the footage where I blew up a flyer and was able to swing for extra poison damage and proliferate the counters on them. Actually, no, I didn't proliferate the counters. I killed the thing to get the counters on them for the first time, but it was so worth it. Then we have Contagious Vorak. You get to proliferate. Same thing with Courage and Crisis. Evo Sage is back. Staff of Completion is back. I have Vorinclex. I mentioned this earlier. He's in here because every time you put a counter on a player, it also puts twice that many on there. And then the fun part here is the proliferations also get doubled. So if you proliferate a poison counter, they get 2 instead of 1. And then one of my favorite cards, I had it in one of the original builds of the Bant deck and the Abzan deck, but I took it out because it wasn't working out. But it actually does some work in one of the games for us here today, and that's Played Wine Celebration. And the big thing here is you get to proliferate, and you get to do it 4 times. So for 7 mana, that's pretty good, and you get to do 4 poison counters, basically. And if you have Vorinclex out, they're probably dead. So, and then we have the lands, and this is super basic, super easy. We have Forests, we have Karn's Bastion, we have Mirex, and a Plaza of Heroes. That's the deck. Let's get into the gameplay. Liesa. Ooh. Okay. I haven't seen this one in a long time. But let's see what we got going on here. I have yet to actually play this deck, so we'll see how well this works out. My obvious goal is to hopefully get it so where Fynn is able to do a poison kill against somebody with the help of the toxic creatures that were introduced. That's the idea behind this deck. Because usually you're relegated to like little 1/1 dorky Death Touchers in green. Because Death Touch is more of a black thing. With, you know. And so it's like, okay, my Contaminator's probably going to get nuked here. Is my guess. I mean, that's what I would hit. Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, it ruins the proliferate effect, but I get to destroy a flying creature. Because I'm running. Yeah, no, you're not killing my Fynn. Have some poison. For annoying me with the Contaminator removal. So we got our first poison counters on. Probably doing Evolution Sage and then dropping a land to proliferate another counter down, is my guess. Let's go ahead and swing. I mean, they can block it. Probably wants to block it. I don't care. Take action. We'll play the Evo Sage. Play land. Start proliferating. Alright. Because right now the goal is to try to get to Plane-Wide Celebration as quickly as we can so we can have that done. I'm hoping we have proliferators on the board already ticking up the poison. Because then I really don't care what's going on. Yep. Yeah, screw it. Let's just go with Staff of Completion. We'll have that up and armed. Because the magic number here is 6 with that plain white in hand. We get to 6, they're done. And I don't care what is on this side of the board. They could drop Liesa right now, and I'm like, whatever. Don't care. Henrika. Okay. Probably makes me sacrifice a creature. Yeah, that's fine. Because I'm gonna get to proliferate them to 6 or 7 counters at this point. So let's go ahead and do this. Proliferate. Submit. There's fight rigging. Let's do... What do I do? Let's go ahead and play the Bloated Contaminator. Let's make them have to deal with it. Because then we also have the Staff of Completion proliferation. I mean, basically, if they don't make me lose the Plane-Wide Celebration right now, they're done. Because I can proliferate to 6. And then do a quadruple... I can't say that word. God, I hate that. I can do a quadruple proliferate off of the Plane-Wide Celebration. Yeah, go ahead, kill it. I don't care. So far so good. This board doesn't scare me whatsoever. So it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to, well, go ahead and have them hit me, because I may not be able to pay the life. Depends on where they hit me. Okay, I'm at 6. I'm good. So let's just go ahead and do this. Submit. Play our land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Submit, 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 and die. The game. Oh, so stupid. Sythis, okay. Yeah, this is a more generic hand. It's nothing spectacular. There's a Tajaru Blightblade. If they have a mana dork, they could block. Okay, they don't. So let's play Fynn. This could get... I was expecting a Swords to Plowshares or something, but let's just go with that for now. We do have Infectious Bite to kill something if we need to. Let's go ahead and nail them in. They're already up to 6. So... This could be a very short-lived game. No green? Is that the problem? Okay, there's History of Benalia. I'm just gonna fight it with Infectious Bite. That's 7. They're dead. GG. And just like that, you can power on through really fast. Yeah, I had fun. Rusko. Haven't seen him in a while. I see all the hate in the world for that guy, and honestly, I think it's very unwarranted. Because Rusko himself is not the problem. The problem is Paradox Engine. Paradox Engine is a card that should not exist in the format. And when you couple it with Rusko's stuff, you cast stuff, untap all these midnight clocks that it creates, and you're losing life. And it's just stupid. I say they got to feed, and that's fine. Take action. I've already got 2 poison on them. I'm going to do Contaminator. I'm going to go ahead and poke them. I could have done the Branch Blight Stalker just to get a 2 poison thing out, but they're Dark Ridding. Oh, what are they doing? It's like, I mean, they could play Rusko and then still have a mana open, but I'm like, what's going on? Oh, they just did that for Erebos' Intervent. What? Okay. I'm confused. Alright. We're going to keep the Stalker up, and I'll have Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, whatever. You got my Contaminator. I'm sad. Oh man, we are so low on mana right now. I mean, it's not that it matters in of so much, but we have a couple options to keep our stuff alive. I just need to keep the poison creature alive, basically. But it sure would have been nice to be able to get that Tyrannax Atrocity out in that turn. We've missed 2 land drops, and it's just ridiculous. Alright, so we could play the Atrocity this turn. I have to wonder where Rusko would block. Because he is going to block. I could also play Fynn and then swing the Tajaru as well. So then the Blightblade would get blocked, probably. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm curious as to how this blocking assignment's gonna go. Something's getting blocked. We'll go ahead and let it die. I need to keep something up for Fynn, because if there's a board wipe coming, because they may not have blocked that, if not for the fact that they may have like a Crux of Fate or something of that nature in hand. Okay. So Rusko's back online. Got another Midnight Clock, I see. Resolve. Alright, we have options. So we can get them to 8, no matter what. Actually, Tyrannax Atrocity. I just want to look at this real quick. If I had played the Tyrannax Atrocity, that would have used all of my mana, but then I still had the Druid. Swing with the Atrocity, swing with Stalker, swing with Fynn. That's 5. They can only block this Atrocity. They'd still take 4 and they would lose. And like I said, I still had this up to protect whatever was getting through. So yeah, we had them. We have another Esika deck. I just got done playing against this a little while ago, and I got them to 9 poison, and then I stalled out. I just could not keep up with it. Based on what's here, I'm not keeping this hand. I have no Death Touchers. I have just a couple of later game things. Okay, Venerated Rot Priest is a nice first turn play, though. We'll keep this, because we have Snakeskin Veil and we have Ram Through. And they played Indatha, which is the Abzan one? Yes. Okay. We'll go ahead and play the Rot Priest. We'll see if they have removal for it, or if they're just still playing tap lands. If they have the removal, well, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's just go ahead and swing on through. And we'll end turn. I'm going to sit on the Snakeskin Veil for right now. Because that's worth 2 poison counters, basically. Because they'll have to target it with something, and then I get to hit it with a Snakeskin. So that'll be 2 poison. And then if they spend their turn trying to kill the Venerated Rot Priest, well then, that means I get to hit them with the thing. So that's actually worth 3 poison versus Fynn coming down and then leaving everything unprotected. Create a treasure. Okay. Oh, and venture into the dungeon. I forgot about that part. And that's perfectly fine. So this turn we will play Fynn. I will still have protection spells available for whatever they try to burn away. And I'm okay with that. Now, if they have a Burn Down the House or a Storm's Wrath or something like that, well, we're screwed either way. I may just burn the Snakeskin Veil at that point just to get the extra poison. Questing Beast. Okay. Yeah, he's big whatever. I have Ram Through, so I'm not that concerned about Questing Beast. So, we're going to play this. We're going to Ram Through to kill the Questing Beast. They're going to get a poison for the targeting. And then they're going to get 3 more poison for me swinging through. They're at 6. And I'm going to sit on that Snakeskin Veil. So they could feasibly go to 8 if they target one of my guys. And if they even go up 1 poison, they're dead. Alright. I think, let's see, if they go... I'm trying to think if I can kill them with the Adaptive Spore Singer. That would put me at 7, 8, 9. Let's go ahead and swing both. Let's see where they block. Okay, they blocked where I wanted them to block, so let's go ahead and put that on there. We'll put a counter on it. It's fine. Because the blocks are already assigned. They're at 9. Proliferate. Good game. So bad. Kaboom. That is the mental juggling you gotta go through sometimes. Sythis. Okay. I faced this earlier, and I think they stalled out. I couldn't remember what happened in that game. Okay. Tajaru. So this is a good, you know, Tajaru into Fynn hand, depending on what comes out. Like, they could have a turn 1 white land and then I get swords. That's like the worst outcome. Okay, they let it come into play tap. So we're going to do this. We're going to get the poison going. Now they could play... Okay, they have Kenra's Transformation. That's whatever. Alright, let's do the Mirror Convert, because it has the ability to poison. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit him. It's not often, but once in a while you'll get this deck to do a combat kill. Okay. Like, whatever. Let's do Prosthetic Injector. And you can go on the Blade. Have some poison. Yeah, I wasn't gonna burn the safekeeping to keep Fynn alive, and if they want to spend their mana exiling him, be my guest. Okay, he'll go back to post. Thanks, I guess. Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep on poisoning. And I'll play the Llanowar Elf. And pass the turn. So I have ways of protecting my guys to keep them from getting removed from direct removal. A board sweep, safekeeping can save one of them. Well, so can gift. But alright, so we have Sythis out. Alright, so Banishing Light, whatever. I'm protecting something. It's probably going to be... Okay, it's that. So... Tajaru already has the protection on it, or the 1-3 setup on it, so yeah, let's do that. There's Mirrex. Let's go ahead and drop him back down. And then let's go ahead and swing the Blight Blade. It's 3 poison if you don't block it. And I have the mana for the Gaia's Gift. Oops, you didn't want to block that? I'm sorry. Shadow the Sky, huh? Well, Gaia's Gift is going on Fynn. Autopay. And then I'll just put the Prosthetic Injector on him. All in all, I think that's pretty good. Oh, and I have Skitterfang in hand, which is funny too. So let's go ahead and put that on him, and I'm going to play Skitterfang. Next, yes, I'm going to remove that counter, and it's going to go on him, and he's going to fly. No blocks for you. So they have to kill both creatures now because I can, or put a flying blocker up because I can move that over to Atrax's Skitterfang and make it fly, and then they just get blasted. So it's like, oops. That's not 2 removal spells. Alright. Let's go ahead and do Sathros, or Sereth. Yeah, your life total means nothing to me. Take action. You fly. Swinging. Do you have a removal spell? Nope. Good game. Alright. I'm enjoying this so far. Halana and Alena. Well, I'm not going to be able to do my flying tricks against them. I don't like this opening hand, though. This is a little better. At least I have something to deal with them. So I could go, 2 Fynn, 3 Fight Rigging, 4 Plague Nurse. And if use Kenra's transformation to bring them down to, not being able to block flyers and whatnot. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with Fynn. I have Fight Rigging. And the Fight Rigging can then start making Fynn bigger too. Dracula lands. Okay. That's what these are. They're the ones with Dracula standing up on top of the coach. Alright, so let's go Fight Rigging. And they got something because the system is doing it. I'm not gonna grab anything important because I think they're gonna just destroy it. I'm just gonna grab the Llanowar Elf. Because it doesn't matter anyways. They have something instant speed. I don't know if it's a fight spell or if it's a pump spell or something. Now that I think about it, it's probably like a Tameo safekeeping or something of that nature. Because you can cast those on your opponent's stuff. So Fynn's now big enough to survive, like, whatever with the Kenriths put on it. Alright, there's Grumgully, which... that's a strange addition. Alright, we're just going to play Questing Beast, since we drew it. Let's put this on Fynn. We're just going to swing. This is 4 poison if they take it. Okay. It's also a massive chunk of your life. Yeah, that's an odd include in a deck led by humans, but okay. Unless the rest of the deck is tailored around, you know, other non-humans, but even then, I kind of question that. So, hey, there's a fight spell. And there's my 5th land. Isn't that fun? Yeah, we're going to move to combat. I'm going to put the counter on Fynn, so now he's a 4/6. We're going to swing and then go 4 damage. We're going to kick this sucker all the way up. We're going to put 2 counters on him. I'm going to gain the life. And these guys are going to fight. I mean, Finn's going to die, but I don't care. That's still funny to me. They have to block. You have no choice. Take action. And if you play anything smaller than a 2-power upfront creature, you die. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Because now I can just replay Fynn and swing with the Questing Beast and win. That doesn't work for you. Sheoldred. Okay. Let's see what we got. That's not a great opening hand against Sheoldred, and we're going second. Oh, what do I do with this? Not that. Wow, that's just as crappy. That's better. We'll dunk on Sheoldred. I mean, I don't expect this Fang to live, but... or Fynn, for that matter. The game hung up, like, really bad right there, so... I'm gonna play the Branch Blight Stalker instead. Because it seems like it'd be just a stupid idea to put Fynn out there without having a protection spell to keep him alive. Yep, that was what was holding it. I thought so. A Wish Claw. Let's go ahead and try Fynn. They could have Fatal Push. I think I'm Psychic or something. Sheoldred's coming down. Oh, no, really? That's a little surprising. I actually thought they would just jam Sheoldred right away, but... Alright, we're going to do this again, because they don't have the mana this time. I need to get the poison on them as quickly as I can. So if we're gonna survive this, we gotta get this proliferation and stuff going. I'm going to go ahead and play Merrick's. I'm going to swing. Oh, no, you don't. That's a no. Take your poison and like it. Alright, we're going to play the staff. Because like I said, we've got to get this online as quickly as possible. Because Sheoldred is just going to, quote-unquote, F us up. Trying to watch my language a little bit. YouTube has become a little sensitive to slips like that. Now the question is, what are they looking for? I mean, I assume it's something to kill Fynn. Or everything. Okay, fine. Take action. And that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and proliferate. That's funny. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the Mirror Convert, and I'm going to do Fight Rigging as well. I'm not using the Witch Claw Talisman, though. Let's put the Spore Singer under it. Because why not? And I now have the option to proliferate with the staff and make this bigger too. And that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Draw. I don't care how much life you gain. No, control. Can I kill them? Well, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, now I have a 5/4. Rabbit Bite's gonna smash Sheoldred in the teeth. Go. I didn't even realize they were at 9. I thought they were at 8, and I was going to put them to 9, but the proliferate's got us there. Oh, we got a Fynn the Fangbearer mirror bitch. Last time I did this, it did not work out so well for me either. We're going to mull that. Sure, we'll try it. It's kind of crapola, but you know, whatever. Wolfaloid. Okay. That's a card I haven't seen in a very, very long time. Alright, so they have Fynn up, and that's fine. Go ahead and, yeah, we'll get our own Fynn online first. And if they try any funny business, I have Smell Fear. And we'll pass the turn. Not attacking. Game's hanging up. Okay, I thought they might have a instant speed fight spell or something. So right now the goal, okay, they have a ram through. That's fine. Take action. We'll take our poison. I probably should have had something available to stop that. But is what it is. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and just add a green. I'm gonna steal the ram through, so we can start proliferating those counters. Alright, there's Evo Sage. I don't know what I want to do here. It's not that I want to... I don't want another fight spell screwing me, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to waste that either as a proliferate, just to get the Scrap Gorger up to a 3/3. And anybody that's watched this far in the video, you might notice that my avatar changed in between things. I'm actually coming back around and re-recording a few things. Because I started to cut the video together and realized these games are really short. And I only had like 25 minutes worth of actual footage, even with the deck tech included. And I wanted something a little beefier than that. So I came back. I'm trying to record a couple more games just to kind of even things out. Alright. We're at 5 poison. I'm going to... I'm going to Questing Beast. I'm going to slam both of these through, and then I'm going to use Smell Fear on that Mystic, I think. Or not Smell Fear, Thirsting Roots to proliferate. So they can either go to 4, and then I do this to proliferate it up. Okay, so now we're going to be at parity. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Let's be efficient with our mana. Make sure that it's actually going to do it, because sometimes proliferate acts funky on arena and de-targets them, and it's weird stuff. Another fight spell would kind of suck for the Questing Beast. Okay, now they have proliferate going, but I also have Evo Sage and Smell Fear, so I have options. I'm going to take this. I'll go to 7. They have 8. They could go 9 if they have another proliferate spell. If they have 2 proliferate spells, I'm dead. And they could have that. This is a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Hold on. Don't be dumb. Let's see. This is actually the smart play. Let's use this. Kill the blocker. Do they have a protection spell? That would mess my math up really bad. Or is it just the staff holding everything up? Okay, they have time. Ooh, but they tapped it. Yeah, that's fine by me. Take 4 poison counters and die? I'm like, wait, what? Tyvar Stand, you can pay just 1 and still get the indestructible effect, the base green of the spell. You don't have to add any extra mana into it. Don't make that a mistake. So what did you guys think? I thought I had a lot of fun with this version of the deck. I didn't think I was going to like it that much, but man, sometimes you could just blaze through and just have 10 poison on your opponent before they even could do anything about what you were doing, especially if they're playing like a ramp deck and they're not playing much removal and they're just like, I'm just going to build up my stuff and then try to drop these bombs. You're not going to give them enough time to drop the bombs. They're going to be dead before they know it. I mean, there's probably some changes I would make to this variation. I'd probably try to squeeze a little more Death Touch stuff in here. But again, the Death Touch creatures are kind of mediocre in this format. But I don't know. I had a lot of fun here. I hope you guys have fun with it too, because it's not that bad of a deck to put together, even if you don't want to put in some of the more expensive cards. And I will see you in the next video.